Okay, guys, I hope everyone is super excited for today's call. I am definitely super honored and super proud. So, if you're also excited and can't wait that this call starts, please share some love and energy in the chat for our special guest who takes the time for us today. And I also just want to, say some words how special that actually is. I mean, Robert Hollis is one of the industry legends. The last 38 years, he taught millions of people all over the world how to become financially free. And I was really interested in the way how he's basically able to accomplish such a high level of success because he started as a car mechanic, so just being completely average from what I was just finding online. And somehow he was then getting from his mentor a book called basically the greatest miracle in the world. And then somehow this book changed his entire life and entire perspective. And he then became one of the most successful network marketers in the entire world. He hit the rank of super affiliate also in My Daily Choice. So he's right now in the top rank. But also, besides of that, he built an organization over 2.7 million customers in his career. So I don't know why the universe gifted us now with his presence that we have him here on a call for special mentorship. But guys, I can guarantee, first of all, we should all put our cameras on to show some respect. And second of all, you should have prepared your notes because honestly, this man helped over 50 people through personal coaching to become millionaires. Okay. So, with that being said, Robert Hollis, I'm so blessed and so grateful that you take the time. And we all super hungry to learn and level up. And if you just share your experience about this industry, we would be so grateful. So, thank you that you take the time.
Well, Michael, thank you very much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sound is perfect.
Well, hello, everyone. It's very nice to meet you guys all for the very first time. I really appreciate you taking your time here. And Michael, thank you for all the nice words that you said about me. I got to find out where you found that intro, but you did really, really well. It's now 63 people that I've helped earn over $1 million in commissions. And that's what I'm most proud of. Believe it or not, out of the 63, two of them are two of my three sons, and the last one is my wife. So my wife is the super affiliate or crown ambassador now of MDC AKASHX. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly step by step how to do this. Now, the first thing I want to share with every one of you is that you'll always will hear, what is the main thing? What is the key? I've done so many podcasts and so many interviews, and there's so many people that always ask, what is the one thing? You guys ever heard that question? If you could go back, I'm 63. If you could go back to your 20-year-old self, what would you say? What would you say? And here's what it is. I would have imagined bigger things. I would have had a bigger imagination. Now, the first thing I want to tell each and every one of you is that, people always want to know the skills it takes. Everybody wants to know all this stuff. How's the comp plan work? How's the product work? How's this work? Believe it or not, everything that you see, including Zoom, everything that you've ever seen and used, everything good and bad that has happened in your life was because of your imagination. So people look at simple things like, I want to get a driver's license, or I'd like to get a job. You know what I mean? I'd like to be in a good relationship. Don't all of us realize that we actually imagine? And here's something that I'll tell each and every one of you is if you've ever had an imagination, let me tell you where it really kicks in. Relationships. How many of you remember the first time that you thought of, imagined having a relationship with somebody? How much does it control your mind? It's always in your thoughts. And my wife now of 40 years, Terry and I have been together. I'll never forget the first time that I met her. And I was just like, wow, wow, she's amazing. And then we started dating, and at first, we didn't live close to each other. We lived 4 hours away from each other. And so, I would show up at work and my other coworkers and my boss would go, "Wow, you look tired." And I go, "Yeah, I didn't sleep much last night." "What were you doing?" "I was talking to Terry." "All night?" "Yeah." "What about?" "Doesn't matter." It's like we were just talking. And I would work hard during the week so I could get off early on Friday to drive 4 hours to see her over the weekend. It was like, then all of a sudden, when we started dating, and then I moved to where she was, guess what all my friends said to me? "It's like you don't have time for us anymore. Ever since you met Terry, you don't have any time for us anymore. You don't go out and party anymore. You don't show up at the racetrack. You're always with Terry." Do any of you guys recognize this person? Do you know this person? Have you ever been this person? That's when you'll know whether or not this business will work for you. Imagination. So when I first I was a mechanic, like Michael said. Again, thank you so much for the introduction. But I wanted to be a crew chief. There's this position in race cars where you could get all the way up, except for the driver or the owner of the car. You can be the crew chief. It's sort of like a coach of a football team, right? It's like you're not the owner, but you're the coach, right? And that's what I wanted to be. And then what happened is I got hurt on the job and I no longer could be a mechanic. And I lost my identity. I don't know if any of you have ever lost identity. It's like we're going back to a relationship when all of a sudden you have a relationship that breaks up. It's like you got to reinvent yourself. You're like, I don't even know who I am without this person. And so now you got to start to imagine again, right? What would it be like with another person? And so I say all this because people get involved in anything in life. And if you can't teach yourself to be super excited about your imagination, you're going to get up every day and you're going to get mad at yourself for not doing what you know you should do. Any of you ever get into that? It's called procrastination. I tell people, have you ever procrastinated? Raise your hand. And then I tell people, some of you will go, I'm not going to raise my hand. I'm going to think about it. See, that's procrastination. I'm not going to be like everybody else. I'm not raising my hand. It's like people are funny, right? So the whole thing really quickly is that I met someone that was excellent in helping me imagine again. And that was my mentor. So I'm like, I don't know how to do anything else. And so have any of you gotten or heard of this call? So this is my first call. I knew nothing about sales. I knew nothing about network marketing. I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. I knew nothing about residual income. I knew nothing about leverage, nothing. I'm an auto mechanic. Does that make sense to some of you guys? Just no college education, just good at working on cars. And so I had this guy call me. I only met him a couple of times. And this is what he said to me. He goes, "Bobby, how are you doing?" And I lied to him. I said, "Oh, I'm doing great." That was not true. But don't we say this sometimes? "Hey, Michael, how you doing?" "Great, I'm doing awesome." It's like, really? And so I said, "Great." And he goes, "Listen, have you heard of Amway?" I go, no. And he goes, well, I'm in something that's like that, but it's legal. Now, don't get mad at me if you know of Amway because it is legal. But do you understand that he shared with me words and sentences that I did not understand? I was like, Sean, I don't understand. What are you trying to say? Then he said what he was supposed to say. See, I can tell you very simply how to get someone's interest. But if you think you need to change it, then don't get mad at me. Michael, how many times have someone told you, hey, this is what you say to people, and people go, yeah, but I'm going to change it. And then they call you up and go, Michael, I did exactly what you told me to do, and it's not working. Really? Send me the message that you're sending to people. I didn't say any of that. That was all stuff that you made up. And so this is the right way that he said it to me. Now, listen, here's a little PS for all of you. If someone's taught you something before, it doesn't mean it's wrong. I just do things different. Okay? So if I teach you right now what to do, and you go, well, you know, someone else taught me this stuff. Well, then if you're using it correctly, then your check or your income should prove that you know what you're doing. Ah? All right. So maybe you're not doing it. Maybe you're not doing it right, or maybe this way will fit you better. So this is what he said to me. I said, just tell me, Sean, what's going on? He goes, I met this guy. His name is Bill. And he showed me his check. It was $62,000 for the month. And I went, okay. And he's going, he's right now looking for people that he can teach how to make that kind of money. Do you know of anyone? Very key words. Do you know of anyone? Because don't you guys find it interesting that when you say something directly to somebody, they say no, thank you? So if I said, hey, Alice, would you like to make 10 grand a month? And most people will go, no, I'm not interested. It sounds like a scam. Why do people do that? Because they're people. But if I said to Alice, Alice, do you know anyone that wants to make 10 grand a month? And she goes, what is this? I go, why? Are you interested? Well, I don't know what it is. Well, I didn't think that you would do it. That's why I asked you if you know somebody. Well, how can I do something I don't know what it is? Well, if I send you over a video, would you watch it? See, it's like when I started doing this with my family and friends, they were like blown away. I would call them up and I would say, Alexander, listen, who do you know that really wants to make a lot of money? And they go, what do you mean, who do you know? Well, I know that you wouldn't do this. That's not true. They don't even know what it is. So people's psychology is very unique, right? And when he said he's looking for people that he wants to teach how to do this, who do you know? Then I said, me. I want to learn how to make 62 grand. I said, what is this? And he goes, Robert, wouldn't you rather hear from them instead of me? And I said, you can introduce me to this guy? And he goes, absolutely. I said, I'll come pick you up and take you there. Now, so first step is learning how to invite is very simple, is getting them interested. See, I don't talk to interested people. I learned this 38 years ago. And to date, I just went over $61 million in commissions I've earned. So, you know, over 5.2 million with the company that you guys are with. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that if I can do this and I teach you what to do, then why can't you do it? So now when I meet this guy, Bill, do you guys think I asked to see his check? Yes. That's the kind of people that you want. So he introduced me and I said, Sean said that you showed him a check for 62 grand. He goes, yeah, you want to see it? I said, sure. Pulls it out of his briefcase, handed it to me. Now, for some of you that are very young, just hang on here. There wasn't, you didn't get paid online or through a wallet. We actually got paid in paper. And he pulled it out and it was attached to the pay stub and it had the company name on it. Now, there's only a couple of questions that popped to my mind when I seen it. One is, why haven't you cashed this yet? Because if I had that check, I got to go to the bank. It's like, hey, I needed money really bad. And so I said, why didn't you cash it? And he said, my mentor told me that I couldn't cash this check until I got my next one. We get paid once a month. And I went, wow, this guy not only made this kind of money, but he can hang on to it for 30 days. Okay. Second question. I go, what did you do before this? And he says, I worked at a tire store. I put tires on and off cars. And my next thought was, I'm going to be a millionaire. If this guy could do this, I can do this. Very important. Stories sell, facts tell. Learn to tell other people's stories, not your own. All right. And then the next thing I said is, how long have you been with this company? And he said 6 months. Now I found out that he was in another company for 2 years. And he learned from an incredible mentor. Some of you have heard of Jim Rohn. My mentor learned from Jim Rohn, and I got to learn from Jim Rohn. And his teacher was Earl Schoaf, and above that was a guy named Rich Schnackenberger. So believe it or not, these all my upline, including Bill, have made millions and millions and millions of dollars. And the one thing that you'll find out about all of them, including me, is how simple we keep this. Because being simple means it duplicates. You know the best thing you could have someone say to you after you share with them what to do? Is that all you do? Yeah. I can do this. See, a lot of people want to impress people by making things very complex. See, if it's just simple, well, what do you do? This is what I do. And I'll share that with you. So here's what he did to me next, is I went, wow. Listen closely, you guys. For some of you, I'm glad you're recording this. If you watch this over and over again, your income is going to go to a full-time income in less than 30 days. Are you guys ready for that? Okay. So here it is. He said, Robert, what if I sign this check over to you? Again, for the young group, back in the day when you got paper money, you could sign your check and give it, say, make a deposit to Alice. And sign it and give it, and then Alice could go put the money in her account. You endorsed the check over to somebody. And he says, Robert, if I did that for you, what would you do with the money? And I said, first thing I would do is I'm hiding my car from a company that's trying to take it back. They're trying to repo it. I'm 3 months behind. I need transportation for me and my son. I was a single father. I need to pay the payments on the car. He goes, if you paid those payments off, how would you feel? And I said, my God, that would take so much stress off my mind. And he goes, what else would you do? I say, I get caught up on rent. How would that make you feel? What else would you do? I said, I'd pay off my debt. And he goes, so you pay off all your credit cards and become debt free. How would that make you feel? And I would tell him, oh my God, if I paid all my bills and was out of debt, that would feel amazing. He goes, now what? So you gave me all the numbers. So out of the $62,000, you spent about 20 of it. What are you going to do with the other $40,000? And I went, I really messed up. I said, when I lost my job, I didn't feel like a man. I didn't feel like I could support my girlfriend. And so I sent her back to, Montana, 1,800 miles away. And I said, what I would do is I would buy a ring for her and I would fly back home and I'd get on my knees and beg her to stay with me. I would ask her to marry me. And he goes, how would that make you feel? And I got sort of choked up. I really got emotional. And he goes, Robert, we could make this all happen in 30 days. How many of you think that I was willing to run through a brick wall at that point? Because he put it in my imagination. And he told me, he says, now listen, we have to do 27,000 in volume. I don't even understand what the hell I'm doing yet. Do you guys understand? I don't know what the name of the damn company is. I don't know what the product is. I don't know the story about the owners. I don't know who Rich Dad Poor Dad is. I don't know who Wallace Wallace is or Think and Grow Rich. This guy was a master at making me feel like I could run through a brick wall. And he goes, okay, so 27,000 in volume. He goes, okay, so listen. He says, we'll take that 27,000 in volume and we'll divide that by 100. He goes, that's 270 people. I go, okay, I don't understand what you're saying. And he goes, well, 270 people would create that volume that would make you a diamond. And if you took 270 times, 25, and then they do the same thing, let me show you. And he started drawing circles. He says, so you bring in two, and you help those two get two. And then you help those two each get two. And he came up with 125 people on each side. And then he said to me the magic words. He goes, Robert, in this example, how many people did you bring in? 2. And then it clicked on me. And he goes, well, if you could get 2, could you get 5? Yeah. How many do you think you could get? I go, I don't know. And he says, let me show you the secret. He goes, so when you watched a video about me, did you want to meet me? I said, yeah, I did. And he says, so Sean told you that I made money and then he sent you a video of me? Yeah. He said, can you do that? Now listen, I'm not bragging. I don't want to sound like your parents or your grandparents. No internet, no cell phone. Are you guys listening to me? No internet, no cell phone. It was a VHS tape. And he goes, you ask people if they know anyone that needs money, and they say, what is it? And you go, why are you interested? Well, I don't know what it is. When can I show you the video? Who is it? The guy that's making money. I'm going, okay, so how many people do I need to do that to? Now listen, this is probably the best thing he could have ever did to me. He goes, Robert, not everyone's going to do this business. So I'm going to give you a big number. 2,000. I go, what? He goes, are you okay with 2,000 people telling you no? He says, I need you to say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. You're looking for people that are interested. And I just need you to know that most people are not interested. So you're going to have a lot of people tell you no. And he goes, let me show you where that $62,000 comes from. And he pulled out a printout. For that, that would be like you guys looking in a back office. And he goes, Robert, I have 30,000 people responsible for my income. Let's say they're all lazy and they only do 1 hour of work a month. I get paid on 30,000 hours. How many hours do you get paid on? I said, it's not 30,000. And he goes, listen, you just got to find people that are interested. And I go, okay, no problem whatsoever. So he says, you reach out to people, tell them that you've seen my income. Now, have some of you seen any of your upline's income? Okay. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Robert Hollis, youtube.com/Robert Hollis, and put in documentation, you're going to see videos of me showing not only my back office, but also my online deposits into my bank account. Because I know who people are. So a lot of people go, Robert, how do you build so fast? How do you build so fast? Because my people share my video of me making 5.2 million. Now, how many of you guys heard that what I'm saying to you is illegal? Have any of you heard that it's illegal to show people's income? That usually comes from broke people. I've never been arrested. I've never been put in jail. I've never been sued. Do you guys know in America? Well, I guess this is worldwide, but you can go to Forbes.com and put in the wealthiest people, and it'll show you live time how much Elon Musk is worth, how much Jeff Bezos is worth, how much Mark Zuckerberg is worth. Do you guys have people that play football? Do you guys know that you guys can find people online and you can just put in your star player from any sport and put, what did they make last year? And Google will tell you. So why is it that we can find out what everyone makes, but you can't find out what network marketers make, what affiliates make? Now, I'll give you one thing. If the company is making someone a super affiliate or a crown ambassador, we know that they've made $1 million in volume in a month. Just divide that, make it 10%. So we know that person's making over 100,000. I'm just giving you guys a little deal. This comp plan pays over 10% to the field for the volume that you do. And it's done that for me for 7 years. So now people go, yeah, but some of the people I talk to just want to know what the product and service is. Some of you are going to get mad when I say this. Yeah, I know everyone doesn't want to make a full-time income. And so then I'll say to those people, hey, listen, I don't know Turkish. I don't know Hungarian. I barely know English. but I know I don't know Tradenese. I don't know Vietnamese. I don't know Tradenese. And so if you're going to do AKASHX, if you're going to do Zeus, don't you want to learn from people that have already known how to make money doing that? I know nothing about trading. I made millions of dollars selling women's makeup. I don't use it. I've made millions of dollars selling weight loss. I know I should lose weight. I'm okay. You guys get what I'm talking about? It's like you when you run into people that have mental blocks that say, if this doesn't work for me, then I'm not doing it. Then that's not the right person. See, if they're not willing to be convinced, how many people know people that are parents? Do you guys know people that are mothers? And do you guys know people that are fathers? That's how you become a mother and father, is seeing that other people did it. It's some of the stupidest logic in the world. It's like, well, I don't know if I can do it. Do you got a job? Yeah. How did you know you could get a job? Well, everyone's got a job. I don't have a job. I haven't had a job for 38 years. So I can't teach you how to get a job. No, yeah, I can teach you how to get a job. So when you find the right people at the right time, the people that you want to find are the people that go, are you telling me a person makes $1 million a year doing this? Yeah. So let's say you suck and you only figure out how to do it by 10%. Now you're making 100,000 US a year. So that's when I started leaning in and going, listen, I'm just going to ask people if they know anyone that needs to make money, and then I'm going to stick it in the video in front of them. Now, listen, my numbers. My numbers were pretty crazy. I was told that I needed to at least get 70 people to watch the video. I got 72 people to watch the video in 30 days. Out of the people that watched the video, 11 of them got started. Are you guys listening to how crazy the numbers are? 72 people watched the video. Did I tell you guys how many people told me no? This is a scam. You're stupid. Get a job. It's like, these things don't work. I didn't care because I seen myself on my knee with a ring and my wife saying, I do. Yes. So all the idiots that told me no, it's like, what am I, dumb? It's like I seen this guy, you've never shown me a $62,000 check. Are you insane? I was running through people like so fast. Out of the 11 people that got in, 3 of them made me a multimillionaire in 2 years. Why? Because I was willing to go through the numbers. Listen to this, you guys. He told me to get 27,000 in volume, only for one reason. Because 25,000 would have made me a diamond. I'm using the positions that we have. But 27,000 gave me a $10,000 check, not 9,800. And he said to me, Robert, when you get your name on a check and it's got a comma with 2 numbers in front of it, what are you going to do with that check? And I said, cash it. He goes, no, you're not going to cash it. You're going to endorse it to somebody that you trust. They're going to give you the money and you're going to hold on to that check for 30 days until you get the next one. Yeah. So my first check was $10,210. And that was 38 years ago. Do you guys know what I did to all the people that told me no? I was doing color copies of my checks, sending it to people in get well cards. It's like, hey, get well. You said it wouldn't work, idiot. You know what I mean? Did they get in? No. See, I thought that everyone that told me no and said I was stupid and that this was a scam, I believed that once I showed them that it worked, now they would get in. No, they still didn't. They said other stupid stuff like, well, if I would have got in at the beginning like you, I got in a month ago. What are you talking about? But they just came up with another excuse. Do you know these people? Yeah. So they're just not the right person at the right time. So that's why it's so important to teach leaders and teach people, listen, are you willing to go through 2,000 no's? Me and my son have almost 40 million views on YouTube. And people ask me all the time, how do you make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 on YouTube? By posting content. And they go, well, how do you do that? I go, post 1,000 videos. About what? I don't care. Because I know that 99.9% of the people will not put up 1,000 videos. See, they'll put up one or two, and then they go, I didn't get any likes, and I have no views, and like posting on social media, this doesn't work. It's like, I know a majority of people quit. That's why I need more people. When you find the right ones, they just know if they do the numbers, it'll work. You pick any sport that you like. You pick singing. You pick acting. Pick something that you just really, really admire. And then think about asking that person these questions. Walk up to somebody that just won an award for their song. They call that a Grammy. And go, how many hours do you think that you practice that song? And they go, are you stupid? I sing it all day, every day. I think I sing it in my sleep. When you ask people that are good at sports, how much do you practice? It'd be easier to count the hours that I don't practice. If I'm not sleeping, this is what I'm doing. Does this make sense to you guys? But it's the imagination that, wow, what if I had 250 people in my group? And they all were on subscription. Now, here's the magic of imagination. You soon will find out that your imagination and you putting people in front of other people that have imagination, that will wake up their imagination. If they want to be woke up. See, some people have an imagination, like if I shared with you guys right now, to be a crowned ambassador, how many people do you need in your group? And people go, oh, I've never even thought of something like that. Why? Well, I would just like to get my money back. See, that's not a person with a big imagination, is it? I just want to make enough to get my money back in the next couple of months. Then you got the other people that look at Michael and go, Michael did it, I can do it. Why can't I do it? Well, maybe you're not working as much as Michael. Well, what if we took work out of it? What if it's nothing about work? Huh? What if it was all about imagination? If others can do it, I can do it. So you think you don't know the people that will do this. You think that you can't build it fast. That's the other one. Well, Robert, this is going to take years to do it. Now let's talk about MDC. So I done really good in a lot of companies, number one income earner in 7 different companies. And I was building my brand, life coach. I was a auto mechanic. Now I'm a life mechanic. And I'm speaking on stages, selling courses, doing all this stuff, making incredible money. But I didn't have any leverage anymore because I couldn't teach people how to do what I was doing. And then my wife found out about CBD. And she said, the company I was buying the CBD from, they went out of business. So I went on Google and I put most documented CBD. And I found a company and I clicked on a link. And I bought my wife a bottle of CBD. This is the original one, 7 years and 2 months ago. So she tried it and it worked. And then she said something to me that she's never ever said. And all the time that we've been together. She goes, we need to get this product into other people's hands. Will you help me build this company? I was like, game on. Yeah. Now, do you guys think that I reached out to people and said, hey, have you heard of CBD? No. Do you think that I said, have you heard of MDC or if in trading, AKASHX or Zeus? No. Did I reach out to them and tell them, hey, have you ever done any trading? No. What do you guys think I said? Hey, Alex, do you know anyone that needs to make some extra money right now? I've been saying the same thing for 38 years. What do you mean? I'm working with this guy named Josh Swagel. You're never going to believe this. This guy's worth over $500 million. He's 33 years old. He's done over $600 million in volume with this company. He's got people that are crown ambassadors that make over $1 million a year. Do you know anyone that would like to link up with this company to help other people make money? Well, what is it? Oh, you're interested? What do you mean? Well, I asked you if you knew anybody. Are you interested? Well, I don't even know what it is. Hey, let me send you over a video. If you made $60 million, what would you change? Nothing. So people are like, well, what is the product? What is the comp plan? How's crypto work? What's Forex? I still don't know what this stuff is. I don't care. I just know it pays really well. So then if you guys are focused right now on AKASHX, then Matty Thayer just did a video. I'll make you guys a challenge right now. Every one of you, even though I don't know you guys. There's none of you that will share that video more than me. None of you. You know why? Because I know that my story doesn't matter. So other people won't share other people's stories because their ego gets in the way. It's EGO, edging God out. Well, I'm not sharing Maddie Thayer's video. Why? Well, what if they go to Maddie? What if they don't? Every question that you have can be answered the opposite. Well, what if they go to Maddie Thayer? What if they don't? What if they go to you? Well, what if they ask me if I'm making money? What if they don't? Do you know that once Sean told me that I was going to meet a guy that made 62 grand? Do you guys know I really didn't care about Sean anymore? I'm not trying to be mean. And get this, you guys, Sean didn't do the business. I write about him in my best-selling book. His name is in there. He knows his name is in there. He introduced me to my mentor and then went, this is not for me. He's a stand-up comedian. And he wants to be a stand-up comedian. Well, what happened to him? He's still a comedian. He's not making what I'm making, but I'll never forget the person that introduced me to that, right? So now you can do two things. Matthew gave us his video. So why isn't that video on your YouTube channel? You can create a YouTube channel for free. Any videos that you see on my YouTube channel, steal them. You got me on recording. Take every video I have. So what I do is I create a playlist with everyone's success stories. Now, this is before I ever made any money trading. Now, some of you might get mad at me again. I'm okay with that. Guess how many challenges I've passed? Phase one time. How much money have I withdrawn from TradeX Mastery? About 8 grand. But not from trading, from sharing the affiliate link. I still haven't made any money today. But it took me 60 days to put 125 people personally in AKASHX. Why? Because I used Matty Thayer's video. So when he did a video at the end of July last year, I grabbed his and Ollie's video and I started sharing it with people. Hey, who do you know that would like to just tap buttons on their phone and make money? What is this? I don't know. I'll send you over a video. Why don't you tell me? I don't know Tradenese. I don't know Turkish. I don't know. Don't you want to learn from the people that know how to do that? Is any of this helping you guys? So when I got into MDC a little over 7 years ago, I did the same thing. All I did is reach out to people and go, hey, my wife asked me to help her with her business. Who do you know that wants to make extra money? I'm coming out of retirement. Well, what is this? Why are you interested? Robert, yeah, we're friends. I know you. You can tell me what it is. Not gonna do it. And he goes, why? And I said, if I tell you what it is without you watching a video, then you're going to hook me up with Muhammad, and then you're going to ask me to explain it to Muhammad. I'm not doing that. That's not duplicatable. If you don't have time to watch the video, just say you're not interested. But I am interested. I gotta go. In 30 days, I put this video in front of I put that video of Josh's in front of 1,100 people. Because now I got the internet. Now I got social media. Now I can reach out to people. I don't have to do it face to face. We did just a little over 48,000 in volume. My wife became a diamond, and my wife made over $10,000. Do you guys think I showed her back office? On every video. People would get in. Hey, would you tell me about this? Hey, let me just really quickly show you my back office. Is this clicking? What if you guys go, well, I don't have a good back office. Then show mine. Well, I'd rather show my upline's back office. Then reach out to them. Do a Zoom. So the only way that you get a good back office is by being good at telling somebody else's story. Now, to finish this off, this is going to be a little controversial right now. If like everything else I do is not controversial. But I'll send Michael to make sure that each and every one of you got my playlist. And now when Zeus comes out, I'll start doing Zeus videos. But you guys don't understand that my videos are 2 minutes. My videos were tap to trade was like, hey, I got a signal. I clicked approve. I clicked it. Here it is on Telegram. Oh, look. I think that video got like 77,000 views. So you'll see it in my playlist. So you do short, very quick videos that just show results. So now here's where people mess up. I'm telling you where you're going to have to fix this, right? Michael brought it up already. But the greatest miracle in the world by Og Mandino. When I got involved in this industry, it didn't take long for my mentor to realize that I had some really stinking thinking. That I was programmed with a lot of bullshit. And I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't feel like I was enough. I'm dyslexic, so it's difficult for me to read. And so I was taught that I would be good with my hands. That's why I became a mechanic, because people said I wasn't, he's not good in school. He's got a learning disability. And I believed him. Well, then I met a guy that told me to read this book. He goes, go to the bookstore, buy it, and read through it and give me a call. And I read that book immediately. I went, holy cow, I am a frickin' miracle. There's nobody like me. There's no one ever going to be like me. I can do any damn thing I want to do. If they can do it, I can do it. And see, that's when I knew I was a miracle, and I knew that whatever created me was going to help me. So I wasn't alone anymore. And then I meet Sean, and then I meet my mentors. People always go, how do you find someone like Michael? How many of you guys would like 5 Michaels in your group? 5 separate lines of Michael. Well, that means that someone knew who Michael was. And that's how they got Michael. Do you guys know other Michaels? You don't know because you're too scared to go through the numbers. Huh? See, I knew if I could just tell my upline story, tell my upline story, tell my upline story, tell my upline story, and make me nothing. I would say to people when I first started talking to them, is it Sindir? Did I say that right? I'd reach out to people and say, hey, do you know anyone that needs to make money? What is this? Why are you interested? Well, it depends on what it is. Robert, I need you to tell me what it is. Listen, you do not want to hear that from me. What do you mean? Guess how much money I made last month? No, no. Do you still want to learn from me? No. Now, I'm working directly with someone that made over 100,000 last month. Can I send you that video? Because if you decide to do this, you're learning from them. See, there's not too many people that would just totally destroy their ego, right? That's called being humble. And I made so much money so fast that all my family and friends were mad at me because they started showing up to events. And then when they handed out these awards, I would walk the stage. And they go, they said you made over $2 million last year. Yeah. But you told me you don't know anything. I don't. I'm good at telling the, Josh's story and Matty T's story. Matty Pips. I'm good at telling Michael's story. How many of you would like to make $10,000 a month every month? Every month it was like clockwork, man. You got like 500 people that are always on subscription, and they're just like as consistent. So not only do you make 10 grand a month, but you make 10 grand the next month, the next month, the next month. It's like it's out of control. And everyone that's a leader in your group are not even telling anyone that you exist. So you show up at an event and someone said, man, who's Matthew Thayer's son? What? He's under you? Yeah, so what? Who's Michael under? How many of you would like to be one of the last people that walk the stage getting trophies like this? And everyone goes, I don't even know who's in their downline. Because they played the game of life so well that everyone thought that I was in Matty Thayer's downline. What if you could play the game so well that the top producers that are on stage are just in your group, but no one knows it? They think that you are in their group because of all the nice things that you consistently say about them. That's where the magic is. That's where the miracle is. So when Michael reached out and said, Robert, can you do a call for me and my group? Absolutely. No problem. Because I get what I got by giving. If just one of you people get this, if somebody watches this on a recording and goes, I don't believe it's that simple, but damn it, for 30 years, I'm going to do exactly what he says. I'm going to take Matty Thayer's video, I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to see how many people I can get to watch this video in the next 30 days. I'm just going to see if it works. And then you know what is going to happen? When you become a diamond and above, get your $1,500 bonus, you're making all this money, and now you're on the calls. People are going to ask you, how did you do it? Hollis, how did you do it? I just talk to as many people as I can. I chat with them, as many people as I can, as fast as I can, as quick as I can, and just get people to watch the videos. Some are interested, some are not. And you guys are going to say the same thing that you've been saying your whole life. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. That's bullshit. Because when you make it and everybody asks what you do, did you guys hear Mr. Beast? Do you know who Mr. Beast is? He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet. He just went over 400 million subscribers. Now he's one of the youngest billionaires on the planet. He just hit billionaire status. And if you search on the internet for podcasts, Mr. Beast in an interview, what do? You do a video and you post it. 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 You do a video and post it. It can't be that easy. You do a video and you post it. You do a, yeah. And this industry is the same. The person that talks to the most people or chats with the most people. And so I make it perfectly clear. Posting something on social media doesn't count. So if you do a post on social media and you tell them to go watch a video you got on YouTube, and after you post all this stuff on social media and you go to your YouTube channel and you got 0 views, that means that you got nobody to watch the video. Did I make that clear? Post a video on your YouTube channel of Matty Thayer and see how fast you can get 1,000 views of someone that you directly connected with and told them to go watch it. That's it. So the last thing I'll share with you, and if you guys need to ask me a couple of questions, I'm here. But when you realize how simple life is, that you believe that you're a miracle, that you believe that you had help, and you believe that if you talk to enough people, the right people will show up, as long as you imagine a better future for you and your family. So when I got into MDC and, for my wife, the position was called super affiliate. I needed 1 million in volume. So I go, okay, I need 1 million in volume. One more zero. Okay, I'm going to divide that by 40. I need 25,000 people in my group. All day, every day. Didn't get the Mega Million plaque. That means I've earned planning commissions in MDC. Does anybody want to guess how many people I have in my group? 35, 36,000. I know it already. Well, Robert, did you put those in all yourself? No, I got about 150 personals. Well, when can you stop? Why would you stop? People go, how hard do I have to work? I don't know. They keep making nicer planes. They keep making nicer homes. They keep making nicer cars. I don't need a car. I have a fat boy Harley. But my wife loves cars. So she's got a Cadillac Escalade and she's got a S-Plaid Tesla. So my wife has some cool cars. And of course, it's incorporated, so I write them off on a lease. But if some of you have, for me personally, this is for guys, you want your wife or girlfriend to turn into the girlfriend that you met, just make sure she doesn't worry about money. Get her own bank account. Wire a bunch of money in there every month. Watch how happy she is. And what did people say? That money doesn't buy happiness. Really? Seriously. Because not worrying about money is where happiness is. See, when I was broke, every day about money. How am I going to how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to pay this bill? That was all I thought about. Then I met somebody that said, "Hey, listen, you know what the definition of a budget is?" And I go, "What?" Always make more than you can spend. I always thought that you needed to cut things out. No, Robert, that's stupid. You got to keep imagining more ways to make more money. So, did this help you guys? Every one of you, man, please, 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 please read this book. Because if I get you to change your thinking of who you are and what you're capable of, then you're really going to do the things you're called to do. See, MDC and AKASHX Zeus, do you guys realize this is just a vehicle for me? This is just a vehicle for me. The name of the book is The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. I seen on here too. Did you pitch anyone or just people you knew? I didn't know any of them. Yeah, I've talked to all my family and friends 38 years ago. They all said no, it wouldn't work. They still think that. But I wanted to leave you guys with just one thing. There's not a doubt in my mind that you can do this. The only doubt is in your mind. I've helped millions of people get an extra payday. I used to tell people all the time, hey, Sebastian, I'm gonna show you exactly what you do. Now it's gonna take about 45 days to get your first check. So we gotta think long term. And now, starting next week, Sebastian, I want to get you a check tomorrow. Can we work today to get you a check tomorrow? Oh my God, you guys. I'm going to go into phase one like I've never been in phase one. One of the best selling tools ever. All I want you to do is get paid. I want to get you a paycheck tomorrow or the next day. Let's do it. Let me show you how to do it. So I know you can do it. I believe in you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed, let me give you that permission because that's what my mentors did for me. So, Michael, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you so much. I think that was really powerful. And I think now everyone understands that simplicity is the keys to success. And yeah, I can't be more proud to have the honor to have you here on the call. And you will definitely hear from us. And such a blessing to work directly, with you, with you also in MDC and everything. So really, really great. So guys, let's make some noise in the chat to give something back, for Mr. Robert Hollis. Also check his YouTube and let's do exactly what he said, download the video from FUTAIR. We just send it out in all the groups and then let's get to work. And I think we don't have anything to add. The recording will not be too long. Yeah, I'm blessed. I have my notes ready. I can't wait to get things going. And Robert, again, thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
yeah, guys, enjoy your Sunday.
I'm proud of you guys. And let's give everyone give Michael a shout out, man. Tell him, hey, the one other key is I tell people, I always wished when I was young, like you guys, had a bigger imagination. And the second thing I would tell everybody is ask for help. And you guys have a leader in Michael that reached out to me and I don't know. I guarantee you there was a couple of little thoughts in Michael's mind that if I reach out to Robert, he's not my upline. He doesn't know me. Why would he do anything for me? But he made the call anyway. He made the chat anyway. So I'm proud of you, Michael. I can't wait to see you as a Crown Ambassador.
I will go there 100%.
Okay, have a great day.
Thank you.
You bet. God bless.